How are we, lads? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. I am Nick from Australia. Welcome to the Rugby League Breakdown Podcast, episode number 68. Holy shit. Unbelievable. 68 episodes of the Breakdown Podcast. And as always, in the middle, I am joined by the great ProEnzo Vidz. And on the end, with that beautiful looking haircut with the goatee, is a fantastic man himself, all out CHAMPA. I am your host, Nick from Australia. CHAMPA, ProEnzo, how's it going, fellas?
You go, CHAMPA.
I'm doing well. Very excited to get into this episode, and thanks to everyone tuning in. It's going to be a good one. You don't want to miss out.
It's going to be a fantastic show tonight. It's going to be fucking awesome. I'm pumped. Boys, I'm fucking pumped. I know the NRL season's over, but we've got the World Cup coming up this weekend. We've got a little bit of NRL news to get through as well. I am absolutely pumped for this, boys. This is going to be a great show. Lorenzo, how are you, mate?
I could have been a bit better, but I'm here now and looking forward to the podcast ahead. Just keen to talk about all the topics we've got lined up.
I don't want to rub it in too much, but I just want to say this. Cowboys, top 4, baby. What a year. Lorenzo's Manly Seagulls. Des Hasler versus Anthony Seibold versus the world. Drama. West Tigers. Wooden spoon. Sorry, boys. I just had to be a bit of a smart ass there. Look at me. Look at me. I'm the Cowboys. I go for the Cowboys. We're so cocky. Yeah. We're not Penrith. Fuck me. Anyway.
God. Let's get on.
I hope everyone in the live chat is doing extremely well. We've got about 15 people here as we speak. Hello to CJ Moxley. Luke Melbourne Storm fan is here. We've got Let's Go Bulldogs. We've got Zent Pie. Josh Rabideau's 2022. We've got Bosky, Minty Rabideau. We've got Jay Evans, SS Storm fan. That's about it. Chat looking healthy, looking good. Well, boys, this show tonight could get a bit like we could have a few arguments here, boys, I reckon, with the Manly stuff. So there might be a few debates tonight.
Let's go then.
Let's do it.
Let's just go, boys. I'm going to start with a bang. Topic number 5, Manly. They want Anthony Seibold as head coach for season 2024. Not next year. Not 2023. Manly want Seibold for 2024 and onwards, although it could be earlier, depending on this whole fallout with the Manly boss Penn, Des Hasler's drama. He wants to be coach next year, but no one knows what's going on. There's rumors that the Turbo brothers are not happy, but in my opinion, that's fake news. That's just media beta. We might as well get into this Manly drama. ProEnzo Vidz, you're the one here that knows the most about the whole club, the whole Seagulls thing, and from what I understand, you sent a email to Manly, which was a bit of a surprise. First things first, mate. I hope you're doing okay. And Des Hasler, Anthony Seibold, what's the right move for the club moving forward?
I'll touch into the email first. So I basically sent an email this afternoon to the owner, Scott Penn. Basically, he has an email where I believe it's open to anyone messaging him about things, I guess, and events. And I decided to message him when I heard the reports about Hasler being interested in extending his stay at the club for 2023. I'm personally unhappy about that, and I explained in a recent video I did just before, or half an hour ago now, on my reasoning why I'm not happy with the decision he's staying and why I don't think it's the right move. So I basically messaged Penn. I said to him that, you've basically lost a potential member of the club for next year because of this. And I told him that, if you really think that we're a premiership team and have the squad for it, then I don't think there's the answer going forward. And I don't think that he's the guy that's going to improve any more than what he already has. And don't know what he'll say to that. Don't even get back to me, but I hope so, in some slim hope that he does. So that's where I started with from there. As for the whole Seibold and Hasler thing, I'll start with Seibold. okay, wasn't my first pick. Never was going to be my first pick. I had Riles there as my first sort of choice, and I had I believe I like John Morris as well. And you know, Seabold was a bit of a surprise when I first saw the article come up that Manly were approaching him. I was a bit shocked, but I do remember he had a lot of connections with Manly as he was an assistant a couple of years ago, actually, as well. So, yeah, obviously he's known to the club, but if he's the answer, I'm not sure. Now, as a fan of the club, and obviously as any fan, you go back anyone that comes to the club, and I'm not going to rubbish him straight away. I'm not going to talk him down. I believe I'll give him a chance to see what he can do at this club. I know at the Broncos he wasn't the greatest, and I know that he had some issues there, but I believe there were other factors and other things behind the whole issues in 2020. But I think maybe with a new change of scenery and a new sort of role for him at Manly, maybe it'll work. But unfortunately, we're not going to find out what he's like as a head coach again, because Des going to take all the power. He's going to take the control. He'll feel like he wants to own the club and do everything himself. So that's what I think anyway. I'm not going to see much of what Seabold does. I don't want to go on for too much longer because I can, but yeah, it's just the club's in a lot of trouble, that's for sure.
I want to ask you this. I think everything that you've said there is well said. Des Hasler or Anthony Seabold?
Seabold for me. I honestly
wow. CHAMPA, Des or Seabold? Who is the
Seabold.
future of the club?
Seabold. I mean, no disrespect to Des, but he's an old fossil. What does he know about today's game? What does he know? I mean, I tell you what he knows about today's game. He knows absolutely jack shit because he tried the same old things like that. It doesn't work. I don't see Manly. They got to find a way to play without Tom Trbojevic, and Des doesn't know it. That's why they've missed the finals this year. Maybe Seabold, a coach. Yeah, he may not have the best. He may not have had the best years with Brisbane, but he did make the finals one of those years, and he was a top 4 coach at Rabbitohs, and he's played under the likes of Wayne Bennett and many other great coaches. I think that Seabold is the future for Manly, and if they want to make the finals, they need to bank on Seabold. He is the future of Manly.
Boys. Anthony Seabold sucks cock. He might be one of the worst NRL coaches in the history of the game.
That is
not in history.
He is in the top 10 worst NRL coaches since the NRL era.
He's finished
since the NRL era begun in 1998, I believe it was 1998. Anthony Seabold would be in the top 5, top 10 worst coaches since 98.
That's wrong. His debut year, he finished in the top 4.
The 3 years he was in the NRL.
Des Hasler was in the top 4 last year.
Back of Tom, back of one player. That was a fluke. Back of one player.
What about in 2019 when he's made the top 8 without Tom the majority of the year?
That was before the new rules came in and the modern game sort of kicked in. He didn't. That's before the whole thing happened there.
Des Hasler has adapted to the new game. You can't put it all on Des.
No, he hasn't. No, he hasn't. His only game plan and mindset is around one player, and without Tom,
the only thing Des Hasler has done wrong is he doesn't know how to. He doesn't know how to give motivational advice to a fat cunt like Josh Schuster. He needs to lose some weight. It's the only thing that he hasn't done.
Trying to set me up there, eh? Yeah, okay.
He got Moses Suli in shape. Remember that?
Doesn't matter. Sully obviously worked on himself, and I don't think that's all the back of Des. I mean,
it would have been, bro, because he was a fat fucking dog.
Schuster's just above 100 kgs.
Ever since Tom Trbojevic has been injured, the Manly have been on a decline. And
boys, I got to ask the question.
It's all that.
I got to ask the question. If Tom Trbojevic didn't get injured this year, do you Manly make the 8?
Yeah, because we rely.
Does Des Hasler get the sack then if that happens?
Because we rely on one player. It's going to overshadow.
Des shouldn't be in trouble. Des shouldn't be on the way out.
That overshadows the coach he is, though, because he's not up to standards anymore. That's the thing. He's a fossil. He doesn't understand. Like
how many?
I'm sick of people favouritising him.
How many great coaches can win premierships, make top 8s without their best players? Maybe 2. Bellamy, Robbo, and Wayne Bennett.
And I mean, there should be in the conversation, but he's obviously not because he's not good enough.
Hasler is going to go down as one of the greatest coaches of this era. He will. when he retires.
He will, but
he where he is right now is just not up to standards.
He did well at the Bulldogs when he took over the Bulldogs. He got them to a grand final.
Yeah, but look how they ended up now.
How long was that ago?
They're still recovering from the mess he put there in the first place.
If anyone out there believes Anthony Seibold's going to do a better job than Des Hasler, you're off your chops. It ain't going to happen. I will bet anything. I will bet any price. You name it.
As a Manly
Seibold will not do anything with Manly. He won't.
Yes, he will. Yes, he will. As a Manly fan, I think he will.
I can't say it happening. I just can't. I think
he understands the new game.
There's more chance of me licking a blue bottle at the beach than fucking Seibold doing a good job at Manly.
He'll do a great job. He understands the modern game. He understands today's game.
Weren't Manly like around the 8 before the jersey garbage?
They were like 9th or 10th.
They're like 9th. They're like equal 8th with the Roosters and the Dragons, and I think Canberra were thereabouts as well.
Still up to standards for what we were last year, that's for sure.
Yeah, I know, but you lost your best player. I mean, we've said it before. Bro, we've said it before. If Tom plays 15 games out of 24, Manly probably make the 8.
Yeah, but we shouldn't be saying that.
I know we shouldn't be saying that, but it's not fair on Des. He's a club legend, bro. He is Manly.
Yeah, if he's a club legend, he should leave before he really runs the club to the ground.
He's not the answer. He's not the answer.
I'm
saying as a Manly fan myself, he's not the answer. I don't believe he is. There's a lot of people that don't believe he is. But if you favoritism him too much and believe that you're going to like him because his popularity around Manly, then that's your fault.
What's the percentage of Des Hasler's coaching record at the Manly Seagulls? I reckon it's at least 70% of finals appearances. It's got to be at least.
Yeah, but what's he achieved since 2011? Nothing. He's achieved nothing since 2011.
He's done a great job. I mean, 2012, he was at the Bulldogs, wasn't he? Was it 2012 or was it 2014?
It was 12 and 14 when we got to the grand finals. But
you got Bulldogs 2 grand finals in 3 years. And then that Bulldogs drama sort of, it wasn't great, that whole thing. That whole thing was a bit of a mess as well. The salary cap was out of shape. He had a year off, went back to Manly, got him to the top 8 first year, missed it the year after because Tom went down. Had an incredible year last year, got Manly to the top 4 on the back of Tom Trbojevic, and then this year they hit a bit of a flat spot. But if Manly was so bad without Tom, how come they come 10th? Or not? Will they come 10th? 10th or 11th? 11th. They should have come bottom 4, but they still ground. But bro, they beat the Storm. They beat the Storm without Tom.
Storm had no Munster and other people too. No
Grant. But they still did it.
Yeah, but we nearly lost that game too. So
Manly need Des to stay. They
need a fresh start.
No, they've stopped me from being a potential member now.
Last time Manly got
in with the new.
Besides Jeff Tuvey, Trent Barrett was the coach, and you know what Trent Barrett did to Manly? Got him to one finals appearance, and then they almost gave him the wooden spoon for the first time.
He's a flop, but Seibold isn't a flop.
He is a flop. Look at him.
No, he's only had 3 good. He's only had 3 seasons as a coach. I mean, 1 bad season. That's out of 3. That's not that
1
bad.
wooden spoon, 1 prelim, and 1 week 1 finals.
No, he left before he got the spoon. That was 3 months before the Broncos got the spoon officially.
Yeah, but he was the reason they got it because he was there all year.
No, he wasn't. There was factors behind that too.
Nah, bullshit. Nah, he was
the
reason.
There were players. There were the board that didn't support him. That was all Wayne's people. It's not all his fault.
Nah, Seibold killed the Broncos and he killed everyone.
He didn't. It wasn't all his fault.
Ask Josh. If he's in the room,
he'll tell me the same thing. I might have to give him a fucking phone call in a minute. But Jesus Christ, Anthony Seibold sucks. Seriously, Lorenzo, you should be the coach. How come you don't put your name up? You should be the coach.
Well, look, I'm probably just a bit too honest. That's why. But look, I'm ready to back Seibold nonetheless.
Time out on the fight. Jason Reader, shout out to Entertain House who celebrated his birthday today. Yes, I got a phone call from Hayden earlier today. Shout out to Entertain House for the 5. Shout out to Entertain House for his birthday, actually. Thank you, Jason Reader, for the $5. Now back to the war of the Seagulls. Seibold is a joke. If he's coaching Manly, I am very worried about them. Very worried.
No. The thing is, I think he brings new ideas and he brings a new mindset compared to what Des does. We need a change.
Take your boy to 5-8 or something. What the fuck?
Can make Jake a better player. I think.
God.
I mean, Des killed his game.
I'm against this.
There's a cuties
I'm
game.
so against this. If I go through with this, Manly, they're crazy. Let me just say this.
If Deds is the coach for 2023 and they fought further than where they finished this year, does he deserve the sack then?
It's not all on the coach, but it depends on Tom.
That's the issue. It depends on Tom.
They need a coach who can train them to play without Tom Trbojevic.
I mean, call Craig Bellamy up. Call Trent Robinson.
Nick,
you don't need those super coaches. It just takes one coach with the motivation to lift up a team, and Dez isn't doing it.
I feel sorry for Dez.
Look at the Cowboys, for example. This year, they're playing for each other. They're playing as a team. They're not playing for that one player like Tamalolo, for example, who's the main guy there pretty much. See, that's what Manly needs to adapt to as well. We're playing, we're basically playing off one player and structuring our game around one player. You got to play as a cohesive team altogether. That's my opinion.
I think they're crazy. If they go through with this, I'm against it. I am against Seabold. I'm against this whole thing. I think
it is a risk, but look, the risk that Sharks and Cowboys made this year.
Got one thing to say.
Yeah.
That guy who runs Manly, what's his last name? Penn? What's his first name? Is it Scott?
Scott Penn.
Scott Penn. Sack yourself. Fire yourself. The bloke is a fucking disease to Manly. He spends more time in New York than he does at Manly. Get rid of him.
Well, he runs the club from New York. That's
sack him. The cunt's a joke.
Yeah.
Scott Penn sucks.
I would get rid of him, but as the only...
This is more of a joke.
Fuck, mate. Scott Penn, suck my cock. Get out of Manly.
I would want him gone, but you can't sack...
On behalf of all the Manly Seagulls fans out there that are looking at memberships and looking at next year, if I was the Seagulls, you know what I'd be doing right now? I'd be having a fucking gigantic protest outside Brookvale Oval or going to somewhere around there and just fucking sorting this shit out. Scott Penn, you gotta go, bro. You gotta go.
Bring in Seabold.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Bring in the bucket. Bring in the bucket.
If I could, I'd bring him to the Tigers.
There needs to be a protest at Brookvale Oval about this whole thing.
I mean, if you go off by anything from the Facebook comments and the Manly pages, and there will be probably.
Mate, Manly fans are fuming.
How about you go? How about Des goes to Centrelink and collects his pension?
Mate,
Anthony Seabold should go back to assistant coaching rugby union. The wanker.
He's done good there too. That's the thing.
I wonder why. He's gone to a good team. Anyway, let's move on from Manly. And what about this, boys? Topic number 4. The North Sydney Bears have been promised $15 million to potentially come back into the NRL, whether that be on the Central Coast, whether that be in Perth, whether that be a regional team but based at the Central Coast, or maybe even back in North Sydney themselves, but I can't see them being back in North Sydney. I'm hearing that they're going to be in Perth or on the Central Coast. Champa, what do you make about this, mate? The Bears trying to make a bit of a comeback. They've been promised $15 million.
Look, the more the merrier, honestly. I'd love to see the Bears back into the NRL, and I didn't grow up with the Bears, so it'd be great to see them play.
Bring them back.
Look, $15 million is a lot. Is a big bid to be in the NRL, and whether they're based in Central Coast or regional New South Wales or wherever, it's going to be interesting to see. However, there's a big however. I saw a post. I think it could be a post that Paddy G posted.
I saw one on Fox League.
Oh yeah, it said something about the North Sydney Bears could struggle if they do come back into the NRL attracting players, because if the Dolphins with Wayne Bennett is struggling to field a full strength team, the Bears could find themselves in a bigger problem. And I want to see the Bears back, and I think that there should be an 18 team, no doubt about it. However, we can't ignore the fact that they might struggle to find some quality talent.
I don't reckon they will, and I'll tell you why. How many unknown rugby league players are playing over in Perth and Adelaide that we don't even know about? I mean, how many of them have got talent? I mean,
I'm guessing there's plenty.
There's a lot of talent around, and the difference is the talent that the Bears would be getting would be coming from the Central Coast, be coming from all around Sydney. They'll be getting some of the best juniors from all over the place. They'll be getting players from Perth, Adelaide. They wouldn't even be that bad. They'd be better That'd be better in the long term than they would be in the short term. And you got to think as well, right? The Bears. Here's the thing: they've got Central Coast Stadium. Perth's getting a stadium built for them over there for rugby league. They've got junior system on the Central Coast. They've got their own stadium. They've got money. They've got memberships. They've got supports. Everyone on the Central Coast would jump on the Bears straight away. They've already had a poll on social media about it, and they all said, "Yep, we'll jump on tomorrow." We need a team on the Central Coast. The Bears, whether it be Perth, Bears or Central Coast Bears, it needs to happen. They have plenty of talent in Sydney. We all know this. It's a no-brainer. It is an absolute no-brainer. Bring back the Bears.
Well, what about signing talent? What about signing your marquee players? How many marquee signings did Wayne Bennett let slip at the Dolphins? They've let.
You know what the difference is, bro? People would prefer to live on the Central Coast and in Sydney than they would in Brisbane anyway, because that's where all the talent is.
Yeah, but the success you're playing under Wayne Bennett and a new team. Surely that has to be attracting a lot of players. It didn't attract anyone. It didn't attract Hannah Ponga, Reece Walsh, Cameron Munster, Brendan Smith. Didn't attract any of these.
I see where you're coming from. I see where you're coming from, but you don't necessarily have to have the big name players to be a good side. I mean, have a look at the Cowboys this year. How many big name players did we have? Tamalolo and Val? Was that it? They were the only superstar players we had.
But this is a new club. A new club. They need at least a big signing to be the
Des
face.
has it to the Bears. No, I'm joking. No, but come on. This needs to happen. They've got it all ready to go.
Well, I'm all in for the Bears to come into this. I think there needs to be an 8-team team. It's just I'm worried they're going to find talent. They're not going to find talent.
You should play for them, bro. You should play.
I will take the contract any day. I will take the contract any day.
Yeah, come on. CHAMPA in the back row for the Bears.
Make it happen. I'd be better than Jeremiah Nano.
Breaking news live on the Breakdown podcast. All that CHAMPA has signed a 1-year deal with the Bears. It's worth $500,000 a year. There you go. You're set.
Look at that. 8 games in, I've already made the Blues.
Wow.
Scores 2 tries a game. But ProEnzo, Vidz, what do you reckon about this, bro? Like the Bears, do you reckon I should come back?
I think so. Obviously, I wasn't around the time where Manly and Bears had that big rivalry, and that was where I guess that was a big thing back in the day where Bears and Manly had a big rivalry. So I wasn't obviously around back then, but I think that back now it would reunite the rivalry basically. And yeah, I think I back the idea. Obviously, we need an 18th team, and if it's the Bears, then so be it. But I'm sort of iffy if it's going to be Perth, though. I don't know if I completely like that because of the time zones, and you got to sort of...
The time zone would actually be good for us, Lorenzo.
Why is that?
Because if the game kicks off at like 8 p.m, it'd be like 5 p.m. for us over here.
Yeah, that's true. Just it's going to be hard managing for the rest of the draw, though.
Boys, continue.
But, you know, I still think that, you know, the whole Perth thing, in my opinion, isn't the answer. But it's going to happen anyway, apparently, since that's had the talks of happening in the Western Perth Bears or whatever it is. But that's what I've heard anyway.
So would you prefer Central Coast, say?
Yeah, more facilities. More facilities.
I would too. Well, Central Coast has got more variety than Perth, but if you go to Perth, boys, the time zone works in our favour because if there's a game on a Saturday, it could be 9 p.m. kickoff for us. It could be like 6 o'clock over there. 9 p.m. Imagine that on a Saturday night. The live review at like 11:30 p.m. It'd be fucking awesome. How good would that be?
That would be interesting to see.
Be cool, but what has happened?
Well, what year are they trying to get into the NRL? Is it
2025? I think they're trying. They're trying 25, 26.
25, all right.
3 years away or something.
I don't know who's going to be off contract until 2025, but hopefully
who knows?
Some big name players for them to snatch up because.
Well, bro, put it this way: if the Bears come in and if they're located in Perth, if they're the Perth Bears, or what you could do, boys, is you could call them the Perth Coast Bears. You've got the Perth part about them, the coast, which is on the Central Coast. And this is what you do with our home games, right? You give them 5 home games in Perth, and you give the rest of them in Central Coast and in regional areas of New South Wales and Queensland. You expand the game a little bit. So they could take a game to Coffs Harbour, a game to Lismore, a game up to Mackay, and they sort of expand a little bit. They get around. It works out well. Just, I think with the draw, with the fixture, the Bears probably play majority of their games on Saturday and Sundays because obviously Thursday and Friday wouldn't work for them because of the time zone and stuff. So I think the Bears can happen, bro. I think they've got the money. They could probably have a team in by next year if they wanted to, but we know the NRL won't rush into it and do it that quickly. But they've got everything ready to go. It's just a matter of getting the green light.
Yeah, a lot has to take place, I think.
Look, I love to see the Bears in the NRL, but they need a big signing.
I can't see anyone else outbidding them. Like Ipswich is not going to fucking outdo them, bro. Ipswich ain't going to beat them. You've got the Firehawks. The Firehawks have got no chance. New Zealand.
New Zealand probably has a good chance.
The Warriors were struggling to even get crowds. How are we going to get a new team in New Zealand if the Warriors can't get a crowd? Adelaide sucks. I'm sorry. Adelaide is a horrible idea. Hobart, Darwin. Darwin wouldn't be bad, but it won't happen.
Is there any rugby league in Darwin anyway?
Yeah, bro. I play heaps of it up there. That's all I do. That and basketball. Papua New Guinea even want to put a team in.
No.
Sorry, won't work.
I love PNG, but I can't see it happening.
No.
But in all seriousness, besides Perth and Central Coast, there's no one else that's going to outbid them. Central Coast, see, Perth and the Bears together, I think it's fantastic. I think it works well.
It's a first option, but we'll see.
Who wouldn't move to Perth? I wouldn't move to Perth.
No.
That's what the hard part about it is. But that's what I'm saying. If you have 5 home games in Perth, you have 3 or 4 home games on the Central Coast, and you take the rest of the home games up regional areas. Like you could go to Darwin, you could go to Queensland, you could go to New South Wales. Just the Bears, it works. It has to happen. They've got the money. They're ready to go. But we'll see. Let's move on, boys. Topic number 3. Talk about some of the NRL off-season signings so far. There's been a couple of re-signings and signings for other clubs as of late. I'm going to start off with the Eels picking up Warriors back rower Jack Murphy. This, I think, is a great pick-up. Shout out to the King. The King, Lufa, he said months ago that, if we're losing Papali'i, we should go for Jack Murphy. Fuck me, called it again. The King strikes every time. He always nails his predictions. Jack Murphy to the Eels, boys. I think it's a huge signing.
I think he's a very underrated talent, and his potential needs to be seen. It's through the roof. He's such an underrated player, and I think the Warriors.
He's a try scorer too, bro. He's a try scorer.
He is, and I think the Warriors just haven't learned how to utilize him properly. I think if he comes to Parramatta, a consistent top 8 team, they'll know how to use him properly.
Better system too.
What do you reckon about this one, ProEnzo? Jack Murphy to the Eels.
Yeah, I like it as well. I think he's going to go to a better system, like I said, and I think it's a good replacement for Papali'i. I think that Murphy needs to be a consistent starting player, and he needs to be He's always been a first grader, in my opinion, and he's going to get more games at Paris. So I like the signing.
I think it's a terrific signing, boys. I think he'll add a lot to the Eels. Losing Papali'i, you need another big back rower so he can score tries. And Jack Murphy next to Mitchell Moses. Oh, that could be dangerous. Wow. I reckon Murphy's going to be a great buy. I reckon he could be the buy of the year next year.
Honestly, I reckon Sean Lane and Jack Murphy could be a top 5 second row pairing. How good was Sean Lane in the finals?
Jack Murphy is my early pick for buy of the year.
Ooh.
I'm so keen on it. I'm so keen on this. Couple other ones. Not confirmed yet, but Martin Tapau apparently has signed with Souths.
Yeah.
What do you make of this one, Lorenzo?
Yeah, look, obviously Marty's at the back end of his career, so he won't provide a whole lot, I don't think, but he will provide some good experience for that South's forward pack.
Off the bench, you reckon?
Yeah, he'd have to be, and I think he'll give some good experience just in general to some younger guys there. Like, he'll definitely add something.
Yeah, what do you reckon about this one, Champa?
Yeah, I reckon it's going to be a good one. Marty Tapau at the Rabbitohs. I think experience-wise, it's fantastic, and I feel like he's still got a few years left in him. So I reckon he can make a huge impact. Yeah, I reckon he's got a good 3 or 4 years left.
I think it's a win-win. South's lost Mark Nichols to the Dolphins, and they needed someone to replace Mark Nichols for experience and a bit of leadership. And I think Martin Tapau's the right man for the job. So I think it's a win-win. I think it's a good buy. And I think off the bench, he'll do well for him because South's got that starting full pack of Totola and Burgess. And then you've got, Jai Arrow, Kalamatangi, Cam Murray off the bench. You've got, Hamai Sele and Martin Tapau coming off the bench.
Yeah, Dave Mawali as well.
David Mawali's coming through. They've also got Jed Cartwright coming through. Cheekham's still thereabouts. Jacob Host. Plenty of really good forwards for Souths coming through. So I think Tapau going there is a good addition. Aaron Penne has gone back to the Melbourne Storm from the Warriors. Now, Aaron Penne at the Storm before he left was a very good bench player for Melbourne. Went to the Warriors. Started off okay at the Warriors, and then he sort of lost his way a little bit. Just, again, a bit like the Warriors. They just lose their way and they lost their touch. Sort of lost himself a little bit. I think Aaron Panetta going back to Melbourne is a great addition.
Yeah, I agree. I think that he will add some depth and definitely add some cover for their forward as they've lost the Bromwich brothers and Kafusi, and they've lost a bit coming to next year. So I think Panetta going back to the Storm system is good for him.
What do you reckon about this one, Champa? Aaron Panetta back to Melbourne.
Yeah, definitely a good signing, or not a good signing, a good decision for Panetta to come back to the Storm. Obviously, it's a much better system, and yeah, with the players that are leaving to the Dolphins, this could leave a few room for him to get a starting position. So I think it's a great choice.
I think he'll come off the bench for Melbourne next year. I think their starting full pack will be something like, I think Nelson will start with Kamikamefa, and they'll probably bring him off the. They'll bring Panetta off the bench with probably like Josh King and all these sort of players, Chris Lewis and whatnot. So I think it's a really good addition. Aaron Panetta back to the Storm. A bit of a rumor that James Tarmo might be going back to the Cowboys. From what I understand, he'd be coming off the reserves. I don't think he'll be on the bench. Cowboys lose Tom Gilbert, so they want to get someone experienced up there. And I think Tarmo going back to Townsville, he's obviously past his best. I think it might be okay. Might be okay for experience, but Tomo, the Cowboys. What do you boys reckon?
Why on earth would you sign that walking dinosaur?
Because he's a good leader, but he'll barely play anyway.
It's just a waste of money, I reckon. But oh well, it improves your Queensland Cup team, I guess.
I guess it improves them a bit. I don't fucking know who they are. I don't even watch Queensland Cup. James Tarmo, I mean, he will probably only play during the Origin period. I reckon Tarmo will play 4 games at most. Yeah,
probably 4 games. Yeah, he might get the last game of the year.
Yeah, he might get the final game there. It depends how long he's like. I'm assuming it's going to be a 1-year deal.
It'd have to be, surely.
What do you reckon about this ProEnzo Tarmo back to the Cows?
Yeah, look, just good cover up, I guess. Just good depth, bit of leadership that would help as well. It's always, I guess, you can add another leader. Past his best for 100%, but if you want another leader, then yeah, he'll do a job.
The final rumor that I've been hearing, the Dragons are after Zane Musgrove. Obviously, they got Jacob Little. We did hear about that a while ago, but the Dragons apparently want to pick up Zane Musgrove for reasons that I do not understand. Please. What do you reckon about this one, Champa? Obviously, you'd be happy about this if it happens.
Please. Yes, they've already taken Little. Please take Zane Musgrove. Take our dead weight because they do absolutely jack all at the West Tigers. So please take him. I hope the Dragons take him so they can deal with his problems because he is horseshit. He's a terrible forward.
He's an aggressive player.
I agree.
Aggressive player.
Where was that aggression this year? Nowhere.
trouble.
He kept making mistakes, kept dropping the ball. He cannot catch
I
a ball.
Boys, I don't mind Musgrove, but he doesn't have the right coach, I think. I think that's the problem.
No, he's too ill-disciplined.
He was okay a couple of years ago, but now he's just average. He's average now, isn't he?
Nah, he's fallen off. He can't get back up, in my opinion.
All right.
And I guess the other one that we can touch on, boys, is Jaden Sullivan might be going to the Bulldogs. The Dragons have rejected it. But if he does go to the Bulldogs, what do you boys think about that, Jaden Sullivan maybe going to the Doggies?
Yeah. I don't think it's bad. Obviously, with Ben Hunt re-signing now, it's probably going to open up an opportunity for him to go elsewhere. As I believe he had a talk with the Dragons about being the future sort of half there and all that. And yeah, I think he might look for another club. So it's Dogs, and I think it'll be a good pickup.
Well, yeah,
Jaden Sullivan. Now, I think he is a halfback, but he played a majority of the year at hooker. But imagine him and Burton together. Oh, what a combo!
I reckon a pairing between him and Burton could be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see how they gel together. But I reckon with the right time, I reckon they can become a good halves pairing. They got Strata there and everything.
Well, that's all the off-season signings for now, and I think there'll be more as the pre-season goes on, the off-season, whatever. Topic number 2. Will the World Cup in England be a success? Now, I know some of you boys might struggle to stay up late or get up early in the morning to watch some of these World Cup matches. I should be fine because I'm a night owl and I never sleep. I don't believe in sleep. I think sleep's quite overrated, but not as much as the average person, to say the least. Will the World Cup in England be a success, ProEnzo Vidz?
Oh, yeah, it should be, I think. I think having it and hosting it there is a great thing. Obviously, the passion in England is pretty much very big, and it's very big with rugby league. It's very, very good for the fans having it over there, I reckon. Yeah, and it's an advantage to the England World Cup side too, as participating, like play at the Super League grounds, the English grounds, it's going to help them a lot. But I think in total, just having it in England's a good change. I've always had it elsewhere and that, but I think in England it's good. So I like it personally.
What do you reckon, CHAMPA? Do you like the idea of it being over in the UK? Do you think it'll be successful over there?
I think having it in the UK is probably the best thing that can happen because, for one, it's a country that loves this rugby league. It loves this contact sports, and secondly, it's in England. England is very good to they can make anything go worldwide. So with the World Cup being in England, it's going to bring a lot of eyes from other countries who may not know rugby league to watch the World Cup, and I reckon it's going to grow the popularity of the game, and with the growing increase of social media, I reckon a lot of eyes are going to come onto the World Cup, and I'm excited to see how it goes. And of course, the talent is looking amazing on all countries. I'm excited to see how it goes.
Yeah, I'm with you, bro. I think the World Cup's going to go fantastic over there in the UK. I think the grounds are going to be good. The crowd is solid. There'll be some grounds where you won't be able to get much of a big crowd, but I think it's good. I believe our good friend Rugby League History is attending the England-Samoa game this weekend, so going to try and look out for him on the TV there. Hopefully, you never know. I'm not sure what he's wearing to the game. Try and picture him out at the game there. Try and see if he's there, if we can see him anywhere. But I think the World Cup in England is going to be fantastic. I think it'll work out well. And I know a lot of people are going to really struggle with the time zone and whatever, like the 12:30 kickoff or the 3:30 a.m. kickoff or the 5 in the morning kickoff. But if you're dedicated to rugby league as much as we are, you'll be up watching. So get your ass up. It's going to be fantastic. I can't wait.
How good.
Last topic before we get the game show. Boys, are the Penrith Panthers the best NRL side in modern history? They've gone back to back. What do you reckon, CHAMPA?
Are we talking about their entire history in the Oh, we're talking about the team.
I'm talking about
Now.
the last 2 years. Is it the best team in history?
Look, as obnoxious as they are, I reckon they are. I honestly reckon they are.
Oh,
Because I mean, they've went back to back, and they've made 3 grand finals in a row, and you know they don't lose regularly. They've lost like most 5 games in a year. That and to keep that in a consistent rate, it's pretty good. No, like literally all their players are represented players, whether it's Origin or international. Look, Penrith Panthers. I mean, I don't really have a bone to pick with them. I'm sure, I know you do, Nick, and a lot of other people do. But look, I can't deny the talents. All right, a close second would be the Roosters that went back to back. But honestly, I think the Penrith Panthers are probably right now one of the best NRL teams we've seen in a while. Only with the Roosters that went back to back at a close second. It's like neck and neck between those 2 teams. But I got to give the edge to Penrith.
okay. What do you reckon, ProEnzo Vidz?
Look, I have to probably agree. I think Panthers the last, couple of years have been one of the best. They've been fantastic. They've been consistent, and the way they've been playing, they've got to be considered up there at least. If it's obviously people will probably have a different view of whether it's the best or not, but for me, I think it is, and they're definitely up there. If not, so I think the last couple of years and the way that they've been playing, Penrith has to be acknowledged for the way they've gone. They've made 3 grand finals in a row, lost 1, went back to back, and the back to back sort of part where they went back to back was probably really, really stands out to me as well because they're a bit more consistent, I thought, than the Roosters were. So I'll go with them.
No fucking way.
Why?
Because the Roosters and Storm teams have been better.
Name a year.
The Roosters 2018, 2019 team. Better than Penrith's back-to-back year.
I said Penrith's just above them. Penrith's just above that team. And which
Melbourne
Storm
Storm 2017 was untouchable. Slater, Munster,
I think Penrith would beat both those teams by at least 14 points.
Slater, Munster, Cronk, Smith.
Edwards, Luai, Cleary, Coruscant.
All right, Edwards versus Slater. Luai versus Munster. Cronk versus Cleary. Cronk. Smith versus Coruscant. Smith. And let me just say this. The next fucking person that compares Nathan Cleary to Cronk, First and Johns, do me a favor. Go to the beach and put fucking penis next to a crab and hope you get bit.
What if they win next year? What if Penrith goes back to back to back? They would have made 4 grand finals and won 3 of them.
If they do a 3-P, we can have this conversation. Until then, they can get fucked.
I don't know.
Okay. If they do a 3-P, then yeah, we'll have this conversation next year.
Fair enough. The Roosters team, the 18 and 19. Look, if you're going to put them in order, I reckon it's Penrith first, Roosters second, and third Melbourne. The Roosters were literally in God mode.
You just won't agree with this. You agree with this, but 2016 Sharks, 2015 Cowboys would beat this Penrith side.
No, stop.
No.
Stop.
You can't stop first and Sharks team.
Cleary and all.
You did not just say that, did you?
No, I'm serious.
All right, Penrith above them.
No way. All right, they lost their first finals game, the Cowboys.
What? When?
2015.
Which game?
Didn't they lose their first final games against Brisbane? They ended up winning
it. They won the comp. Panthers lost their first game South, and they won the comp.
Nah.
No.
Look,
Penrith would not beat.
It's gonna be those
would
three.
not beat the 2016, 2015 Sharks and Cowboys.
Look, fourth, you probably have
No way.
the Dragons in 2010, and fifth.
The Roosters of 2002 and the Broncos of 2000 would beat Penrith.
If there's a top five, it's going to 2021, 2022 Penrith Panthers, 18-19 Roosters, 17 Storm. The fourth one would probably be 2010 Dragons, and fifth has to be 05 Tigers. That's your top five. That's the fourth time.
Oh, stop it. 2010 Dragons, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
Yes, they were untouchable in
I'm gonna
2010. Are you kidding me? No one could touch them in 2010.
They weren't untouchable.
Manly 08.
Yes, they were.
Manly 08 was great.
I can't believe
Manly 08 was fantastic.
I can't believe you guys aren't talking about 05 Tigers.
What about 2008 Manly?
Yeah, I rate them pretty highly.
2002 Roosters, 2000 Broncos, unbelievable. All right, let's move on. Let's go.
We have to rank them one video. Rank all the grand final winning teams.
Yeah, we should. All right, let's go, boys. The Breakdown Podcast game show. Let's do it. This is going to be absolutely fantastic. Can all our CHAMPA break this horrible hoodoo that he's been having as of late? It's going to be very interesting to see how CHAMPA goes. I've just received an email from my friends at NickBet, and they have just gave me the odds, and I think the chat's about to explode. They're about to explode. The odds are in via NickBet. Ladies and gentlemen, ProEnzo Vidz is $1. All that CHAMPA is $5,000 to win.
Oh, shit.
What the fuck is this?
Holy fuck.
Jesus Christ.
5,000 for CHAMPA. What the fuck?
I don't know who is the absolute clowns that you hire at NickBet, Nick. But let me tell you this right now. They do not know a good pun. If they have knocked on their door, open it up and say, hey, I'm a good fucking multi. What the fuck is this?
5,000.
I can't believe that.
I mean, that's a lot. Honestly, that's a robbery. You put $1 on there, boom,
$5,000.
You've won that much money.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you have $1 in your wallet or in your bank account, $5,000. If you have $1, you can put $1 on CHAMPA for $5,000 in return.
There's support for you. There's support for you.
Mate, I just gotta say this. If CHAMPA wins tonight, NickBet's officially broke. The amount of punters that will have a spare $1 to $5 to $10 on CHAMPA will be incredible. Oh no, Nighthawk Gaming in the chat. I'm putting life savings on CHAMPA. Oh God. Don't do it. Just don't do it.
You're risking too much.
Hey, man, if you end up homeless, don't be blaming it on me, all right?
Hang on, wait. Ladies and gentlemen, Jay Evans has put $2 on CHAMPA on the super chat. Fuck. That will be $10,000 if Jay Evans wins.
Wow.
$10,000. Fuck.
Let's see.
All right. Let's get into it. ProEnzo Vidz, the pressure's all on you, bro.
Yeah, well,
it really is.
Yeah, it is definitely.
I am perfection. Let's do it.
Let's get into it. I'm just getting the. All right, let's go. Let's get into. Oh, let's go. Dust put $10 on you. Oh, fuck. All right.
How much is that?
Let's go.
That's
question number 1. It's a lot of money. All right, let's go. First one to get 3 questions right is the winner. If anyone in the live chat reveals answers, they will instantly be banned. So let's go. First question. Fellas, who are Ireland playing this weekend?
Italy? Jamaica.
ProEnzo Vidz is correct.
Fuck! Italy's not even fucking in it.
Different pools.
Yeah, they are.
In the same pool. They're not even in the same pool.
No, no.
I'm just going to get the next question, which I'm going to ask you about who's in what pool. So bear with me, guys. I'm just going to get this up on my phone here. 1-0 in favour of the $1 favourite, ProEnzo Vidz. All right. Next question. If I can get it on the fucking screen here. All right. Where the fuck's all the pools? All right. Next question. Fellas, what pool is Greece in? Are they in pool A, B, C, or D?
A.
Which one?
A.
I'm not sure who said it first.
I did.
I did.
I said it before he said the question.
I didn't even hear it, boys, because my connection's a bit cut out here. It is correct, but I'm going to go to a new question because I couldn't hear you. My connection cut out. Next question. What pool is Wales in? A, B, C, or D?
B. B.
Champa, what'd you say?
B.
You're wrong. What'd you say, ProEnzo?
D.
ProEnzo Vidz is the winner. 2-0.
I said D first.
Oh, Champa's fuming. Yeah, I couldn't even hear it, bro. That's why I had to ask you both. Champa, come on, bro. Bring in a buzzer system, Nick. Sam, that is a good call. I might have to. All right. Fellas, what pool is Wales in?
What? You just said that.
Yeah, you said that one.
D.
Oh,
D.
what did I? Fuck, sorry, boy.
Yeah.
My bad. New question. My bad. Fuck me, Dad. Fellas, what pool is A in?
What?
Oh, fuck. What? Oh, fuck, sorry, boys.
Fuck
me.
You got me on edge.
What's happening, bro?
What's going on? I've lost my mind. Jesus Christ. All right, boys. What pool is Ireland in?
A.
D.
B. D. No, B. B. It's B. It's C.
D.
Champa's right. It's C. You cunts are weird. I don't know what the fuck was going on there. Champa got a point. I can't believe it.
Well. Champa celebrating.
Oh my god. All right. Next question. Fellas. Who are the Kangaroos playing this weekend?
Fiji. Fiji. I said Fiji.
Correct.
Yeah, fuck. Too
Correct.
quick. I'm not letting this slide. Don't worry.
Oh my god, it's too old.
I'm not letting it slide. Don't worry. I'm not letting it slide.
Oh my god.
It's not gonna slide. Don't worry.
We got a troll in the chat. Oh my god.
It's not gonna. I'm not choking it. Nah.
It's too old.
I'm not gonna choke it.
Oh my god. Oh my god. All right. 2-2. My internet connection's a bit dodgy right now. I just want to make sure. Can you guys hear me loud and clear?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. The connection's a bit dodgy, so hopefully you guys can hear this properly. Right. Last question. This is interesting to see who gets this. The last question I have. Who are New Zealand playing this weekend?
Scotland.
Fuck, Scotland. Fuck.
Is it Scotland? Lebanon.
No.
Correct!
Fuck.
Holy fuck!
Wait, what? What did he say? Wait, what was it?
What the fuck? Is that Lebanon?
No.
Yeah.
go see ya. I'm gonna go see ya. Alright, just so everyone knows,
Oh my God! Get the fuck in!
I gift the champ of the win. I gift the champ of the win there.
I can't
Just
believe
saying.
that.
I gift the champ of the win. I gifted him. There's
Oh my
something.
God!
I Champa, I gifted that win to you, bro. So you get something. I gifted it. I could have said Lebanon. But,
What is happening?
I wanted to see Champa celebrate.
My God! I've seen the future. $5,000 a night.
To have a Nighthawk Gaming, you bet your life savings. Go buy yourself a mansion now.
Ladies and gentlemen, Nick Bet is officially broke.
I let Champa win, so I feel sorry for the punters that backed me.
The punters are fucking fuming with rage.
Yeah, yes. Look, I had to let him win, so.
Yes.
Oh my God, I've seen it all.
Yes.
Oh, what in the fuck?
Champa, well done. Well done.
Thank you. Good game. Good game.
Oh, what has happened here? Jeez whiz. It's a night of upsets, isn't it?
I need this all. I need to see the
reaction. Of course. When I win with the West Tigers jersey on.
Oh God, you've just made yourself. You just ruined yourself.
Yes.
Oh. Everyone that backed all that CHAMPA, congratulations. Fuck me, I've seen it all.
Look, it was due to happen.
Well, boys, let's get into the Rugby League World Cup preview for this weekend. We've got 8 games to preview. So what we're going to do, we're going to go through them, and we'll just go through who you think's going to win and just give us a margin of 1 to 12 or 13 plus. So before we do, let's go. Bulldogs has donated $3 to the super chat. Congratulations, CHAMPA, he says.
Thank you.
Thanks for the $3. Let's go, Bulldogs.
Thank you.
All right. Well, let's get into the Rugby League World Cup games this weekend. It's 8 games to go through, so let's just go to them. And the very first game is England versus Samoa, boys. This is going to be a cracker. What do you reckon about this one, ProEnzo Vidz?
England v Samoa, yeah, it's a big game to kick off the World Cup. It should be a good one, actually. I'm going to back in England by 6 points, though. That's my tip.
Yeah. What about you, CHAMPA? England versus Samoa over there in the UK. Who wins?
Well, it's going to be a very good game. I'm going to back Samoa by 10 points. Do you hear that, Nick?
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm going to go England. I'm going to go England 1 to 12, boys. I think England will win over there in the England will beat Samoa. And boys, England just won't win. England will win well. 13 plus. I'm changing it. England 13 plus.
That's fascinating.
Even with all the players in Samoa?
And all the players English have out.
Samoa's not going to work, bro. I reckon they're going to be the biggest flops in this whole tournament.
Wow. That's a big call, man.
England win, and England win well. 13 plus. I'll be getting some money on that.
Well,
let's go to the next game, boys. It's Australia versus Fiji. I think we all know who's going to win this one.
Yeah, look, Australia 13 plus.
Australia by what?
13 plus, or you can go by maybe.
Yeah. What do you reckon about this one? CHAMPA?
I'm going to say Australia by 48 points.
Oh, rip. I'm going to go Australia by 30 plus. They'll win by a lot. 30 plus for the Kangaroos.
Not bad.
I see we've got that fat cunt Golden Anime in the live chat. Hey, Golden Anime, how about you go and have sex with a crab at the local beach, you fuckwit? Yeah,
my
live
chat.
Golden
Anime. Guess what? Get fucked, cunt.
Yeah, he's a fucking obsessed cunt.
Australia 30 plus, boys.
Mm.
Without a doubt. Next game. Scotland versus Italy. This should be a good game. This is going to be close, I reckon. ProEnzo Vidz, what do you reckon about this one?
Oh yeah, well for the World Cup this year, I'm going to back my heritage. So I'm supporting Italy, and I will probably back for this game. So it'll be very close, but I'll back us by 4 points.
Yep. All right. Nice. CHAMPA, Scotland or Italy?
Oh, I think there's just a bit too much experience in Scotland, so I'm going to go Scotland by 16 points.
I'm going to go Scotland by 8. Scotland in a tight one.
Fuck.
Should be a good game. Next game, Jamaica versus Ireland. Now, this is interesting. Can Jamaica cause an upset, or will the luck of the Irish roll on, CHAMPA?
You know what? I'm actually going to call it. I'm going to call Jamaica by 2 points.
Oh, wow. Really?
Oh, what the fuck?
I've called it.
Really?
I've called it.
ProEnzo?
That's bold, bro. Yeah, I'll go Ireland by 8.
I will go Ireland by 16.
That's a big one.
The Irish to win, 13 plus. Next game, boys. Oh, good Lord. New Zealand versus Lebanon.
This one actually
question
close.
Is New Zealand by how much, eh?
Well, this could be close.
Stop it.
Mitchell Moses in the team.
No.
Yeah, I reckon be close.
I need more than Mitchell Moses to save these cunts. I need more than Mitchell Moses.
I'll back New Zealand by 10, but I think be competitive.
New Zealand by... you know what? Fuck this. New Zealand by 40.
Wow.
What? 40?
Look, I'm only going to back New Zealand by like 22.
It's going to be ugly. It's going to be ugly. In the live chat, shout out to Daft Previews. Hope you're doing well. Next game, the French versus Greece. I reckon France win this game 13 plus, boys. What do you reckon?
Yeah, look, probably France by about
plus.
14 points.
I'm going to go France by 20 points.
Yeah. Yeah, the French should be too good for Greece. You'd have to... 2 more games to go, boys. Tonga versus PNG. Papua New Guinea up against the Tongans. Tonga probably win, but I reckon 1-12, boys.
Wow, that's close.
Tonga 1-12 for me.
Tonga by 6 points. 6 points.
I'm gonna go Tonga by 14.
I reckon Tonga 1-12. I reckon I win in a tight one.
Be a very close.
I've got a feeling.
That'd be a good game.
And the final game, I reckon this game could be anything. This is hard to pick. This is very hard to pick. Wales versus Cook Islands. I'm going Wales by 7. Wales by 7. And Wales calls an upset.
Wow.
Yeah, that's wow. I'll go Cook Islands by 10.
I'm going to go Cook Islands by 6.
I'll go Wales by 7 just because I reckon there'll be a late field goal in this game.
Wow.
I'm looking forward to it. Fuck, the World Cup's going to be awesome. Oh, I'm fucking pumped.
This is going to be good. Can't believe I did
boys, thanks for a fantastic show of the Rugby League Breakdown podcast. It's been lots of fun tonight. ProEnzo, Vidz, and CHAMPA, thanks for a great show once again.
Thank you for having us on.
It was a great podcast for sure.
Never a problem, boys. It's been a great show. All right, boys. I was going to wrap things up. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. If you want to donate to the channel, feel free to do so via Super Chat and PayPal. Also, PayID is now available as well. If you want to donate via PayID, the email is nickford, nickford668@gmail.com. Sorry. Anyway, boys. Bit of an accident there.
That was a good one. That's
this
a good
is getting a little, getting a little bit too late now, I think. Anyway, boys, thanks for a great show. And thanks for the live chat. And we'll see you guys in the next one.
See ya.
See ya.